I felt compelled to make this video because these 10 habits have changed my life. Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Litka Elena. I'm your Caribbean vegan. This is not the typical type of content that you'll see on my page, but I woke up this morning and I swear it was like a spirit came over me and said that I had to share what I'm about to tell you and my life is not perfect by any means, but honestly, these 10 habits that I'm going to share with you today have transformed me and they continue to transform me. The more I do them, the more I see in real time my life changing. Let's jump into it. Number 1, waking up before your kids. So this is for the moms out there. I get the most things done at 4 o'clock. Between 4 and 5:30, that's when I'm on a roll. Plan my meals, I cook, I clean whatever I need to around the house. I do stuff for me, whether it's filming, editing, I'm exercising, self-care, planning out my outfits, whatever it is, I'm getting my stuff done between 4 and 5 o'clock before my kids wake up. And let me tell you why this is so important. As a mom, you start to lose yourself in the daily grind. You're not really going out as much as you'd like to. You're not doing the hobbies as much as you'd want to. Everything really centers around your kids, and that's fine. This is a season in life where your kids are number one priority, but you need to fill your cup. You have to fill your cup. And when I felt like I was becoming depleted and I was getting anxious and like things weren't really satisfying me as they normally would, I took a step back and I realized there's just not enough time in the day. There really isn't. If I wake up when my kids wake up and I go sleep after they go sleep, it's like, what am I really accomplishing? When I peel that back and I realize there's more hours that I can pump out of my day to get things done, the world shifted. Waking up at 4 o'clock is pivotal for me to succeed. It just is. And I really implore you as a mom to consider waking up before your kids. It doesn't have to be 4 o'clock. It could be 5. Whatever time your kids wake up an hour before them and watch your life transform. You've been putting off your exercise because you're too tired when you get home from work. Do it in the morning. You don't have time to plan your meals. You don't have time to cook. So you go out at lunchtime and you buy nonsense on the street. Cook in the morning. Like, there's so many things that you can do in the morning before your kids wake up and disturb you. It's astonishing. On my TikTok platform, so many of my more viral videos center around me waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I think the reason is because people are intrigued. They probably don't understand. They probably just can't grasp the idea of a tired ass mom like me waking up at 4 o'clock and doing exercise and cooking and baking and doing all these things before the kids wake up. And it really puts into perspective just how much you can get done. I film a whole video around me waking up before my kids and all the things that I do. And people are intrigued by that. They're entertained. They are astonished. And I think they're encouraged to see how much it is that I can do before my kids wake up. And that's why I'm starting with number 1, because I feel like that has made the most difference in my life. And I feel like if I continue to do that, I don't have to do it every day. But if I set aside maybe 3 or 4 days out of every week to wake up at 4 o'clock, y'all, my life changes. My life is changing. I'm seeing the progress in me. I'm seeing myself just warp into the person that I really want to be. And it is because I am putting more focus in myself and I am giving myself that opportunity to do things that I wouldn't normally get done during the rest of the day. Number 2, honestly believe that green smoothies will change your life. Like, I honestly believe that. If you watch my Instagram videos, you see me eating this all the time. Kale, spinach as a base with oatmeal. Those things alone will transform your skin. They will help you with your weight loss. A smoothie is a meal and it's an easy meal. Like, you can pack in all your fruits, whatever vegetables you want to, either make it into a protein smoothie or a juice smoothie, whatever it is. Use a smoothie as a meal replacement once a day. And if weight loss is your goal, you will see a difference. Obviously, don't make your smoothies packed with like sugar and stuff like that. Follow along on my Instagram and you'll see all the different types of smoothies. I use sweet potato, I put beets, I'll put carrots, I'll put apples, like whatever I have, I make use of it. And I drink my smoothie instead of a regular full meal. And I tell you, it keeps me full for longer. My blood sugar doesn't go up, spike, and then crash. I maintain my slim figure. And I mean, if you are trying to lose weight, smoothies is definitely something you got to incorporate. I feel like my skin and my hair is just so much better for all the things that I'm eating on a holistic basis, but more importantly, those smoothies that I'm drinking all the time, packed filled with protein, antioxidants, all the things that you need to stay looking nice and supple and have energy. And my blood work always comes back pretty good for a vegan. I can go on and on about smoothies, and I mean, I feel like I speak for myself. You are what you eat at the end of the day. And if you're trying to look better, you're trying to feel better, you're trying to lose some weight, consider smoothies as a meal replacement once a day and watch your life transform. Number 3 is a hard one because I know that we can all resonate with this. Impulsive shopping. I've found that and this is not just shopping actually, before I do anything impulsive, before I argue with somebody, before I write off a long email because I'm peeved, before I go online and just click ship, I try to stop. I give myself 5 minutes to really think about the situation and then proceed. So let's say I have things in my cart and I'm like, oh, I had a long day. I wanna do something. I'm gonna go shopping online. I go on my computer, I look at my cart. Before I click send, I force myself, and this is a rule, I force myself 5 minutes, put on my timer, put on a podcast, put on something, but 5 minutes. And I'm like, if after 5 minutes I still want to make this purchase, then I'll buy it. If after 5 minutes I still want to send this email in the tone that I'm sending it, then I will send it. If after 5 minutes I still want to do XYZ, then I'll do that. I feel like this has helped me with self-control, and it's something that I'm hoping that as I practice it in my work life and in my leisure life, it will extend into my parenting, and I can take a breath, maybe not 5 minutes, but I can stop, and before I yell at the kids or be like, okay, let's approach this in a different manner. We're all growing. We're all trying to do better and be better people. And I find that just taking a few minutes just to think and really process what is happening and taking myself out of the equation really makes a difference. And you'll feel better for it afterwards. Like sometimes you really don't need to make that purchase. Sometimes you really didn't need to say what you have to say, and you can just be like, you know what, let them feel like they won and let me keep moving because my life is bomb. And this argument is not serious, and it doesn't have to be anything negative. Maybe it's something a good thing, but before you act on it in an irrational manner, just step back and say, let me process this. Let me give myself a few minutes. And then let me come back into the equation and see if what I'm about to do is what I really need to do to make the matter better, worse, whatever. Anyways, I wanted to put that out there because I find like this withholding emotions for a few minutes can really get you a long way. And it's been helping me. And I hope I continue to do this because I am seeing the difference in my behavior and how I interact with others and how I process things. And I want to be a better person all the time. Every day I wake up and I strive to be better. And this has been helping me. So this is number 3. Number 4, meal planning. Y'all know darn well I plan my meals every week. I make sure that I take the time, whether it's 10, 15 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, one day of the week, and I sit down and I think about what I'm going to give my family to eat, what I'm going to eat, what I'm in the mood to eat for this week. And then I compare that to what's in my fridge, what's in my pantry, because I think if you look like last year, this is 2025, in 2023, I had a video up talking about wastage. Y'all, groceries are too damn expensive for you to be buying them and then they end up spoiling in your fridge simply because you didn't get around to it or you forgot that it was there. I am not dumping anything, and I haven't been dumping anything in a long time because I have been meticulous about buying only what I need, could be saving money on grocery bills, and then consuming only what is there. And making sure that what I am going to consume is what I want, what my kids want, and what I had planned to on my app. That really makes a difference. Haphazardly going about cooking doesn't work for me. I'll get anxiety. I have to plan Xavier and Zayden's lunch kit. I have to plan my own meals. Like, I need to make sure that they're getting enough food. I'm getting enough food. This is a family of 4, and at the end of the day, I really have to be cognizant of how much I'm spending on the grocery bill, how much I'm wasting, the different palettes that I have to cater to. it can become overwhelming. And y'all know I believe in meal planning. Y'all have seen, I have gone through this detail by detail with y'all on my previous vlogs. So go watch those if you're interested. And I will continue to put them in future vlogs. I feel like it's useful, and people have said that they like, my ideas for the week's worth of meals. But I honestly believe if you take some time, and especially if you're trying to lose weight, this is key. Don't have chips and crackers in your pantry if you know you're trying to lose weight. Like, don't go out and buy those things. Once in a while you can, but if you plan ahead and you say, I'm only going to buy salads and vegetables and healthy grains and make my smoothies XYZ these days, you're not going to be binging on pizza and whatever else, because that's not, you didn't plan for that. You ain't got that kind of money to be wasting. Well, maybe you do, but we don't want to waste money on food that's not going to be serving us, and to eventually dump it if it spoils or like we just don't feel like eating it. You have to be disciplined, because what I plan to cook today's Friday actually, if I do my meal planning today and I plan for next week Thursday that we're going to have carrot soup, it's not come Thursday, oh, I don't feel like carrot soup, I think I just want to go Burger King and get the kids plant-based nuggets. No, we don't work that way. It's bloody carrot soup. That's what we're eating, because that's what I planned and that's what I bought. And discipline takes you a long way in life. Y'all know this. Y'all old enough to know that you got to be disciplined. You want to look good. You want to feel good. You want to be, a well-rounded, better person. You got to be disciplined. Waking up at 4 o'clock, you got to be disciplined. This isn't even a point, but this is something that I think needs to be highlighted in everything that I'm saying, is being disciplined. And meal planning takes discipline, and waking up in the morning will take discipline, and refraining from acting out will take this discipline. So everything I'm saying thus far, you can see that there's a common thread of being disciplined. I consider myself to be a very disciplined person. Nobody has to tell me to come and make these videos. Nobody has to tell me that I need to go to work and see my clients. Like, I just do because it needs to get done, and I want to get it done. So anyways, I digress. But yeah, I feel like meal planning is essential, especially if you're family. And even if you don't, even if you're like a single person living on your own, I could see if I was single that it would serve me. It serves me as a mom of 2. I think it will serve anybody. Save your money. Don't make the grocery people take all your coins, y'all. Save the environment. Don't be dumping things if you don't, just because they're in the fridge and you forgot about them. Plan your meals, clear out your cupboards, clear out your cabinets, clear out your fridge, start from scratch. This is all what we're going to have. This is all that is there, and this is what we're going to eat on these days, and it will make a difference. Anyways, I don't want to belabor that point, but it's very important to me. Food is very important. I'm your Caribbean vegan, so obviously food matters, and I want to make sure that I'm being well disciplined with my food, and I'm being thoughtful with what I'm buying and what I'm cooking for my family. Number 5, exercise. Y'all, it is a new year. We are almost at the end of January, but listen, if you started exercising because you want to lose weight and then you stopped, stop and start as many times as you need to, but keep going. You got to keep going. Exercise doesn't have to mean packing up yourself to go to the gym and spending so much money on a gym membership. Well, not if you want to and you can, great. If you just want to work out at home, YouTube has a plethora of exercise videos that you can be, watching and doing in the comfort of your living room. There is no excuses at this point for you not to exercise. And I'm not even speaking about this in the sense of losing weight, because at this point in time, I really don't have that much weight to lose. I'm trying to tone up, yes. But when I exercise, that's me time. And I do this in the morning usually, or late at night when the kids are sleeping. But exercise really helps me mentally, and it helps me physically. And I tell anybody, if you really haven't exercised in a long time and you're new to exercising, just walk. Walk around your neighborhood if it's safe. Walk on a treadmill if you have one. Walk in place, but just walk. And you can maximize your time by also listening to like podcasts or your favorite YouTuber. You can do many things while you're exercising. You don't just have to exercise. Like, you listen to music, you can do your podcast, you can read, you can do a lot of things. I like to listen to podcasts or music, and I just find like doing multiple things while I'm exercising doesn't make it feel like a chore. But I could never honestly think of exercise as a chore, because exercise is what makes me feel good in my body, and it's what makes my mind strong. I really feel that exercise is paramount to good health. I mean, I don't feel like it is a scientific fact that you exercise, you live longer, God's willing. So if you're not exercising, really consider it. Do the easiest thing and walk. Easiest thing. But do it for 30 minutes and then increase up to an hour. But do something, because Exercise will change your life. You are what you eat. You are what you do. You are what you are. So yeah, exercising will change your life dramatically. And I'm not just talking about losing the weight, that too, and that helps. But I'm talking about, getting things into perspective. When I'm exercising and I'm thinking or I'm listening to my podcast, I really start processing so many things. I get so creative. I get so many great ideas and how to do different things. Like, I feel like I'm opening up a portal when I'm exercising of just absorbing positivity, creativity, like the whole 9 yards. Exercise, exercise, exercise. I cannot tell you this enough. It's important. I want all y'all to be looking good and feeling your best in 2025 and onwards. We got to exercise, especially as we get older. This is a hard one, especially from somebody who is on social media, but I've made it a point not to use my phone after a certain hour at nighttime. Like I said, on the days I'm waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is not every day, but on those days, I have to be in bed by 9:30. If I'm not waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, chances are my youngest is going to wake me up at 5 or 5:30 anyways, so I try to be in bed by 10. I'm not going on Instagram and TikTok like after 9 o'clock. Like, I try to be off of those platforms and my phone in general. I don't know if I'm imagining this, but I swear when I've been scrolling on my phone mindlessly and then I cut it off and go jump straight into bed, my mind is still scrolling. Like, my mind is still processing the information and I get less quality of sleep. I'm pretty sure there's some scientific backing for what I'm saying, but I honestly feel like when I cut off from my phone like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, the latest, I'm on those mornings, on those nights that I'm going to sleep at 10, and give myself time to either read a book or just like do my skincare routine, stay in bed, think, plan, whatever, journal, whatever. I sleep so much better. I do. I sleep so much better. I sleep deeper and I wake up more refreshed. And to be able to implement the things that I've said earlier, the waking up at 4 o'clock, the exercising, like, you really need to get your sleep. We all need to be getting good sleep. And take it from somebody who doesn't get the best quality sleep because my kids like to wake me up in the middle of the night. I got to make sure that whatever amount of hours that I'm actually getting, those are good hours of sleep. Those are good quality hours of sleep. So I take advantage of it. And not being on my phone right before going to bed has been making a difference. Try it. Just try it. Nothing to lose. I think we're at 7 now. Y'all, podcasts will change your life. I mean, you have to be careful with who you're listening to because anybody can open up a camera or speak to their phone and upload a video, but you can find some really, really extremely intelligent persons that can help guide you on this path called life. I mean, religious wise, there's so many. Psychology wise, there's so many. Even just your typical, like me, or typical blogger that is going through life and experiencing things and willing to share to help others grow. Y'all, that is priceless information. Read, listen to podcasts, fill your mind with positive energy and just ideas from those who are doing it bigger than you are, doing it quote unquote better than you are, that are where you want to be. You got to listen to them. Take it with a grain of salt, if you will, but at least you got to try it and hear. Give them an opportunity to encourage you in a way that you may not be able to encourage yourself. I love listening to podcasts. I have a few YouTubers, and I can tell y'all if you ask, and I'll give you a list, but there are a few YouTubers that I watch every single week because they are priceless with their information. And every time I listen to them, I swear I feel better as a person. I swear, as soon as I turn off that podcast, it's like, I'm ready. She's right. I'm going to do that. This is the way to go. Like, I feel so like revved up and just encouraged to either be better, do better, move more, whatever it is. We all have our individual goals. Find people who you resonate with and listen to them. Read more books from people who have quality information to share, because we are always learning from others, even if we want to admit it or not. We always are. And why wouldn't you want to learn from someone who's gone before you and who has done that which you want to do? So read more, listen to more podcasts. If I'm not reading at night before I go to sleep, I make sure that I listen to a podcast, whether in traffic or when I'm exercising or when I'm cooking. I'm listening to a podcast and it is really life-changing. Some of these people out here are really spilling the tea that we need to be absorbing as much as we can. Find your niche, listen to them, and make it a habit. we want to learn. We want to be better people. Like, come on. This is 2025. There's no excuses now. All right, number 8 is doing more self-care. I think if you saw my previous vlogs, you'll see that I'm trying to like slow things down a little bit as being anxious because there's so many things for me to get done, and like, I swear it's so little amount of time for me to be able to get them done. But I found that, again, taking a step back, realizing that I was neglecting me. And on the outside, people may not agree with that or may not think so, but I know so. And so exercising more, make myself feel better, look better, taking time to do facials, making sure I'm not missing my appointments, nail appointments, wax appointments, my facials, my back facials, my scrubs. As I get older, I want to continue to pour into my cup and make myself feel and look the best that it possibly can. And you gotta do work. You gotta put in the work. Unless you're able to just naturally get up and go. I'm not that person. I've got to make sure that deep conditioner goes in my hair once a week, and I'm not forgetting that. I don't have to go to the spa to put a mask on my face. I can do that at home. But I'm doing things that's taking care of me, and I'm prioritizing me. If not for a few hours a week, I'm going to make sure that I get that done, because at the end of the day, I want to look and feel my best when I step out my house. And I just want to feel good about myself in general. This is the only life that I'm getting to live. Why am I not trying to look and feel my best as much as possible? Take time for self-care. Identify the parts of you that are depleted or that need replenishing and replenish them. Like I said, for me, my wax appointments, y'all have come with me to my wax appointments. Waxing is key because I don't shave, and so I need to make sure that my body hair is gone. So I get my waxes every 4 weeks, do my facials, whether at home or at the spa, go to the sauna, get rid of the impurities, do some sort of body massage, scrub, whatever. Like I'm taking care of my skin, I'm taking care of my hair, taking care of my teeth, my weight, everything. Take time for yourself. It doesn't have to be big ticket items. You can do a lot of these things at home, but just find whatever it is that you feel is missing and start doing them. This is your one life, y'all. One life. We have one life. And I'm saying that because you need to hear it. We have one life, and you got to make the best of it, and you got to do your best. And it starts with you. No one is coming to save you and say, hey, you haven't had a facial in a long time. Let's go to the spa. Maybe they will, but highly likely they won't. You got to take time for yourself and do that. You just got to. You'll be a better person for it. I promise you. Along the lines with self-care is taking time to do something fun for yourself. I've just recently started doing this. This is number 9, by the way. I recently started doing this, and I feel so much better. It's like, first of all, as a mom, it's so hard to find like a peaceful time for me. I don't even watch a movie. I can't even get time to watch a movie most of the time. The kids are watching their own shows. I'm not going to sit there and watch a movie while they're running up and down. Like I let them watch their show when they do watch TV, because we're trying to limit TV for them. But whenever they do get to watch TV, they're watching their shows. Otherwise, we're outside, we're walking, like we're doing activities. When do I have time to do something fun for Lidka? That's it. And you might hear a common thread in a lot of what I'm saying, but this is, again, these are habits that are going to transform your life. So I'm focusing on you doing things for you. You're being selfish, and it's not even selfish in my opinion. It is just, you're taking care of you so that you can take care of others. That's how I see it. But if it's something as simple as like going to the movies or meeting up with a friend or your sibling for lunch, or like just planning a spa date or taking a walk, you have to do something fun for yourself at least weekly, because then what's the point? Like what are we looking forward to? For me, it's exercising, it's going out to have happy hour. I love happy hour. I love going to the movies. I haven't been in a while, but I'm planning to do movies more. I actually am so excited because I'm going to start doing, I'm not going to say it, you'll see in future vlogs, but I'm actually going to start taking some lessons. And I'm really excited about that. And that just fills my soul. Like I love what these lessons are going to teach me, and I'm really excited. So, and you can see me beaming just talking about it. Like I'm looking forward to those lessons, doing those lessons weekly and improving myself, like taking a walk, going to the spa, whatever it is. And even if it's just like taking a Friday evening after I put the kids to sleep and going to the Strata hot tub and just relaxing, reading a book, and then coming home, doing my skincare, and then putting on my favorite pajamas and watching my favorite YouTuber. I'm doing that for me and I'm feeling so good. So yeah, number 9 is making sure that at least weekly you are doing something fun for you. This is not you taking your kids along. This is just you doing something by yourself for you. Well, it doesn't have to be by yourself, but you know what I mean. Doing something for you that you want to do. Yeah, taking time for you. And last but not least, and I had to end with this one because I am your Caribbean vegan, so I'm always going to encourage you to eat healthy. I'm not going to push you to be a vegan, but I'm going to encourage you to eat healthy. Y'all, when I say this while I hold your hand, eat healthier foods and your life will transform. I mean that. I mean that. I mean that. I don't eat meat. I don't eat any animal products. And I used to. I grew up eating meat. But my life then and now are two different lives. Like I'm a completely different person. I don't have to worry about my weight. I don't have to worry about diabetes, high blood pressure, all the things that are rampant in my family. I don't have to worry about those things. I don't have those things. You are what you eat. I feel good. Everything centers around what I'm eating because what you're eating is going to come out. You're either going to be dim or you're going to glow based on the foods that you're consuming. Y'all need to eat better. Try. Put down the processed foods. And I love processed foods like chips, ice cream. They had the vegan chips and the vegan ice cream, but still, it's still not the best thing for you. I'll eat those things in moderation, but when I do eat them, I don't feel guilty because I know that the majority of the things I eat are things I can be proud of and things that are nourishing my body and making me feel better. Y'all eat healthier foods and your life will change, bar none, hands down. Mic drop. Eat better foods and your life will change. I promise you. I promise you. And if you don't know what to eat, then you gotta follow me along on Instagram because that's where I share all my recipes and also on my vlogs because I go more in depth with what I'm eating and what I'm feeding my family. But yeah, eat better foods, watch your life change, focus on you, be disciplined in all that you do. We have one life to live and we want to make the best of it. We want to make the absolute best of it. Anyways, I felt compelled to share that video and I hope that you guys can get something from this because I wish you all nothing but the best. I'll see you in the next video.